you a brief introduction. So basically, this is Acumatica back office ERP site, and you have a customer called ABC Holding, and there is an invoice for that particular customer. So I'm drilling into one of the invoice, which is like $1,000 invoice, and due date is October 31st. And this particular customer, ABC Holding, if we drill into it, we'll see contacts someone has set up for them, right? So for example, this particular customer, we have one contact called Kabir. And if I drill into this contact, you can set up this particular contact as a portal user. You can select, the user type, which basically dictates what type of permission you want to give to this particular user when they log into the portal, right? So as a portal user, when they log in, they can see their own their all open invoices, and they can pay by themselves versus calling into the back office and give their card information or mode of payment to do the payment, right? So that's about the portal, self-service portal. It has like few more functionality which I'm not gonna get into. So this is the use case we have. We have this customer and they have a contact set up, and they have a few invoices which they want to pay off. So before getting to the portal side, I'm just gonna go ahead and show a few things at processing centers and all those things, payment gateway setup and all. So in back office ERP side, what you will be doing is you will be setting up Acumatica payment gateway. You will get the credentials. Once you sign up, and you create the processing gateway, and then you would create payment methods. So one payment method which works with the credit card type of payment. You will set up all this accounting information, like what cash account it should hit and all those things. And the other one you would set up for the bank type of payment. So Acumatica Payment Gateway supports both type of payment mode, credit card as well as ACH or EFT, so that your customer can leverage either one of them or both. So once you have all these things set up, then you can go to the Acumatica portal site. Okay. So this is the portal site, what I'm logging into. And as an admin, I have logged in. So before your user starts using it, you have to do some configuration. So this particular feature is available as a customization, which you would publish it. And once customization is published, if you go to portal preferences screen, so once you are in the portal preferences, you have this additional tab, payment settings, where you are going to specify what processing center you are going to use for this portal, and what are the payment methods for credit card and EFT payment you are going to use. And payment confirmation template, again, this is something, it's configurable, and you would set it up in the back office ERP site, and you would specify it here. And then there are a few other options, like, do you want to Do you want your customers to take advantage of the cash discount if available? If you are not, if this feature you are not using it, then you can just uncheck it so that, I mean, those information will not be visible. And if you are gonna allow them to do the partial payment. And this is something show payment instructions. This is configurable, so everyone, they want to put down their own payment instructions here to show up on the payment screen. So this is something you can configure it here, and it supports HTML, so you can add like logo or image or whatever you want to specify, color coding or anything. So now what I'm gonna do is once you have all these things set up, let me log in as a user. So I have logged in as a user, who wants to pay the bill by themselves. So what they would do is they would go to bills and click on payment. And this is what they would see. So this is the one what I was showing you. You can put it up, as a one configuration for all your portal users who are coming in. And whether, you can put down all these numbers and all whatever you need. And once they log in, they are gonna see all the open invoices for which, they need to make the payment. And the one which is past due is gonna be selected by default, and is gonna be um, showing up as a red with due date. And uh, they can go ahead and make the payment. So before they make the payment, they have to save their payment information like bank account or the credit card information prior to processing. So for example, I don't have anything set up over here, so I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna say process payment. So it's gonna tell that you need to either select or add payment method first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add a card. And I'm gonna click on submit. So what this is gonna do is gonna go ahead and add that payment information, payment method information here. And they can use this for future transactions if they want to, or they can add a new card. If they want to add another MasterCard or American Express or any other Visa card, if they want to add, they can add it, and then they can select it from here. To select whatever card they want to use to make the payment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do partial payment of $10. Again, this partial payment is controlled by the settings what I showed you as a one time, whether you are gonna allow them to make the partial payment or not. And then user would click on process payment. So this is gonna go ahead and create the payment. And it's gonna give you the payment reference number. Um, Let me go back and check over here. It created the payment, and it has this particular invoice applied to it. And if you go to the activity, there has been payment confirmation email has gone out to the portal user, whoever was making the payment. So again, this is configurable. Template is not very fancy, but again, you can configure it however you want. And then in the portal, for example, this was a successful payment. But for whatever reason, if the payment failed, then let me show you. So I'm using a test account, okay? Sandbox account. So few amounts, they set it up to see the failed transaction. So I'm gonna use one of them. So when I try to, pay $5, there is a generic decline the gateway gives. So uh, for whatever reason, if the payment was declined by the gateway, then they would see this information here with the message. And then for whatever reason, if a user wants to remove that card information, what they have added, they can go ahead and click on deactivate it, and it's gonna deactivate or remove that particular card information from their account on the portal site. So um, that's it. I mean, if you guys have any question, let me know.